Now, President Akufo-Addo has directed the Ministry of Education to reverse its decision to dismiss 8 female students of Chiana Senior High School. The students in a viral video were seen hurling insults at the president. According to the Ministry of Education, the president says an alternative punishment should be considered other than dismissal. This was contained in a statement from the Education Ministry, and I'll share extracts of that with you. It says the President of the Republic of Ghana, Akufo-Addo, has intervened in the above subject after his attention was drawn to it. Consequently, the Minister for Education, Dr. Educhum, has directed the Ghana Education Service to consider an alternative disciplinary action instead of dismissal, and is signed by the spokesperson of the Ministry of Education, Kwesi Kwarteng. Now, the Ministry of Education says it fully supports the decision by the GES to dismiss the students. They believe that the students breached the code of conduct and the decision to dismiss them was deterrent enough. Speaking on the AM show a while ago, spokesperson for the ministry, Kwesi Kwarteng, said GES will put out a statement on the way forward following the intervention by the president.
I mean, this penalty may be prescribed to you. If you look at the process that led to arriving this sanction. Initially, the students were called together with their parents. A disciplinary committee was set up. I mean, you people who may have the background in law in terms of the principles of natural justice was strictly adhered to, because they were heard.
Students were heard.
They were heard. After that, a decision was arrived, and then it was escalated to the governing board, or the governing body of the school, which, of course, if you look at the governing body, for instance, you may be talking about the PTA themselves, which is the parents, teachers, their representation, the RSRC, of course, some leadership, especially within the jurisdiction or within the community, also serve on the board. So they also okayed the decision of the disciplinary committee. Then it was escalated to the district education level for their opinion. They also agreed with it, regional level, national level. At the national level, that is when the GES Council, which is the highest decision-making body, or the apex body of the Ghana Education Service, also sat on it and approved the sanctions that was meted out to them. But of course, I mean, this morning, the president had to intervene. And for him, he believed that ultimately, even though he believes that when somebody commits an offense or commits a wrong or such misconduct, the person ought to be punished, he more or less aligns himself with the supreme interest at the end of the day, which happens to be the children's education. And so he feels that there have to be some level of mitigation. We need to reconsider the decision. And so consequently, the Minister for Education, Dr. Owusu-Antwi, has also directed that the Ghana Education Service, which made this decision, needs to review the decision that was made. So our expectation is that by close of the Ghana Education Service will review the decision and communicate same to the students affected, or the students involved, let me put it in that context, and then also communicate same to the public.
So, psychologist with the Psychiatric Association of Ghana, Dr. Ruth Owusu-Antwi, says punishment should be reformative and that which will deprive children their basic and fundamental rights to life. Commending the president for his intervention, Dr. Owusu-Antwi explains that students may be currently going through a lot of psychological trauma, and therefore the reversal of the dismissal will help. She spoke to me on News Desk.
I am sure that by now they are very disrupted. They probably have regretted their actions. And I totally agree with the presidency saying that alternative disciplinary action should be taken. Well, if children or young people go wrong, we need to discipline them. That there is no two ways about it. We must register our displeasure at their actions and let them know. But disciplinary actions should not deprive them of a good and a bright future. When we carry out disciplinary actions, the eventual aim is to make these people better than they were before. And so any disciplinary action that would end the person up in a worse state is not the right thing, it's not appropriate. And so if we decide to take these kids out of school, what probably is going on in their head by now is that they have regretted their actions, but it has caused them irreversible consequences, which is not right. Every form of disciplinary action should have an intention of making the person a better person after the disciplinary action. And so if you met out any punishment, any sort of disciplinary action, and the end result is that the person will end up worse off, then you know that you have not chosen the appropriate one. These are young children or young people who would have missed a bright future because they have been dismissed,